family, both demonstrating their incredible size, speed, power, and complex learning abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations all over the world, and we're excited to share their stories with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that and more. These behaviors contribute to an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit a doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Today, you'll see the whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen social bonds and enable them to problem solve as a group. Working together as a team is what makes the killer whale the ocean's top predator. Scientifically, they're known as Orca, but they're more commonly referred to as killer whales. Well, here at SeaWorld, we know them as Patina, Milani, Malia, Trua, and Makaio, our killer whale family. Our youngest whale is Makaio at just 14 years old, and our oldest whale is Makaio's mother, Patina, who's also the matriarch or leader of our pod. Now here at SeaWorld, our animal training techniques create a language between us and the whales. It's a language of learning through positive reinforcement, encouragement, commitment, and care. Through these techniques and our relationships, the whales learn to trust us. They even learn to take an active role in their very own health and well-being. One of the very first healthcare or husbandry behaviors that we train them is a position in which we ask for a voluntary blood sample. But that's only one of the many things that we're able to do with our whales here at SeaWorld. They partake in their healthcare every single day so that we can make sure that they're the healthiest that they possibly can be. Our veterinarians partner together with our team here at Orca Stadium to take care of the whales, and they partake, like I said, voluntarily in these healthcare sessions. Now, healthcare sessions are only one of the many things that we can participate with the whales, but like I said, those blood samples are the very first thing that we'll train them. What we do is we train the whales to roll over ventrally, or upside down, which Makaio is going to demonstrate here in just a moment. You'll notice that not only does this give us an incredible view of his entire body, but it also gives us access to blood vessels that we can easily see on the white undersides of these enormous tail flukes that you see right here. Our veterinarians will collect a blood sample at least once a month, and the whales are trained to remain calm and relaxed throughout the entire procedure. Now, as trainers, we're very frequently rubbing down or massaging the whales, whether on their backs, their bellies, their pectoral flippers, or those tail flukes. They have incredibly sensitive skin, so this is one of many ways that we can reinforce the animals for staying calm during procedures like the blood sample. But that's only one of many ways that like I said, that we can keep our whales healthy. Another really important diagnostic is weighing our whales. Now, we can weigh our killer whales by asking them to slide their entire bodies up and out of the water onto a giant killer whale-sized scale in an adjacent pool. Today, we're going to demonstrate this for all of you in our slide-out area. Now, when our whale comes over and slides up out of the water, you'll notice that a portion of his body, from the dorsal fin all the way down to his tail, will still be in the water. That area of the whale is called the peduncle, and it's the powerhouse of the killer whale. It is what drives them through the water at speeds of almost 30 miles per hour. In fact, natural athletic behavior we see in all killer whales is the ability to lift that part of the body with such force they can turn completely around before re-entering the water. But to make sure we get an accurate weight of our whales, we simply train them to lift that portion of their body up and out of the water. Training this posture enables us to ensure accuracy so that we know the younger young whales are growing properly, and our older whales are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Hello everyone, I'm over here on the left side of the stadium by the glass. Did you guys know that killer whales love to play? They actually learn a lot by playing, but also through mimicry and observation. And we're gonna put that to the test today with Trua and Nick here, one of our trainers. You guys are gonna be helping us out. Are you guys ready to have some fun? All right, so what we're gonna do, everyone on this side of the stadium, you're gonna stand up right where you are. Like I said, Trua's gonna be watching you for a killer whale game of follow the leader. Here are your instructions. When I say go, you're gonna keep your hands down by your side, but spin in a circle twice. Don't get dizzy, and then check out Trua, all right? Ready, set, go! And check out Trua, he's got it! Yeah! Thank you for your participation, everyone. You can all have a seat. Now, as you can see, Trua's paying very close attention to all of you out there. Killer whales are very curious animals that can be seen jumping and spy hopping just to get a better look around. And it looks like Makaio is going to do just that right here in our slide out area with an enormous pop-up jump. Wow! All right, everybody on this side of the stadium, it's your turn. Everybody on your feet. We have an even bigger jump plan for you called a breach. Now here's your hand signal you're going to be giving our whale. One hand down to your thigh and throw it up to the sky. Ready? 1, 2, 3, down to your thigh, up to the sky. And it looks like Trua's on his way all the way from across the pool. Now, killer whales will breach for a variety of different reasons. Sometimes it's to scratch an itch, sometimes to stun their prey, but sometimes it's simply to show off. Wow, and some of you are really in the soap zone down there. I saw that wave. My goodness, how about a round of applause for our female killer whales, Trua and Makaio. Well, as you can all see, killer whales are amazing athletes. They can eat several 100 pounds of food every single day. Now in the wild, their diets depend on where they're located and the time of year. Unfortunately, overfishing, pollution, and other factors are having serious impacts on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right?
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make. We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassadors of the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful. But still vulnerable. The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore.
The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
mystery. We are all inside this one big world, and we share the love that flows through each of us. And as our hearts unite, and we come alive, making peace alright. Let's see how marvelous is this one big world. Let's take a journey, start to get unknown. Recreation, everywhere we go. Living God surround us, wherever we may roam. Privilege unites us to call us our home. From the highest high to the deepest deep, so much mystery. We are all inside this one big world, and we share the love that flows through each of us. As our hearts unite, and we come alive. Let's see how marvelous this one big highest high to the deepest deep, so much mystery.